Welcome to the Metal Injection Livecast.
Infection, Rob.
Oh, we have a very special show, very special guest. Trevor from Black Dahlia Murder is here. Thank you so much, Trevor.
Hey, guys. Thanks for having me, man.
And I want to introduce the rest of us. We have Necropolis Noah,
I like
Statutory Ape Sid, Death Mask Divine Darren, and Raped in the Hatred by Vines of Thorn Rabba.
All right.
That's a long name.
What?
It's got a good ring to it, though.
Who
It
gave
needs
you
some,
that?
All
it needs some
inspired,
workshopping.
all inspired by Black Dahlia Murder song titles. And of
You
course,
guys are too much.
there's a reason you're here. You don't just show up for the goodness of your heart. You want the world to know. Well, no, you are showing up out of the goodness of your heart because you still didn't have to do
You
this.
didn't have to
Oh,
be
man,
here.
it's my pleasure. I enjoy it.
But of course, Black Dahlia has a brand new album, Verminous.
Yes.
It's coming out in April.
Yep.
Metal Blade Records.
I am very excited. The fans seem to be liking the whole thing so far, the song and the artwork, etc.
Yeah.
And, when we were writing this, I swear we had no idea about the coronavirus. So it's either really great timing or really terrible timing. I can't decide yet.
Well, yeah, the coronavirus. I feel like every week it's like the story is not going away. It's spreading like a
It's
disease.
multiplying.
Maybe not the best way to put that right now. If you're listening to this 11 years in the future, coronavirus has just started to be a serious problem.
Uh-oh.
It's already taken over the world by then. Clearly,
Yeah.
everyone's dead. But
Yeah. I see the apocalypse already.
Yeah,
Here.
you might be hearing sirens in the background. That is the coronavirus.
the coronavirus announces itself by a siren. Is that
Yeah,
what
it's very modern.
Learn how to drive.
Man, I'm about to travel in a couple days. This has been on my mind a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
you guys
going
are about to head out
South
on tour?
Africa for a couple days. Just the idea of being in the airport again. And I was also in the airport the other day going to the wedding. So I think we're all as good as dead here, and it's on.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I was actually in the Virgin Islands this weekend, so I was in an airport. So
Oh,
yeah,
word, my,
so we might cross
My
pollinate.
weird sailor dad lives. Well, he was staying out in the Virgin Islands for quite some time.
Oh,
in the
which
U.S.
island?
Virgin Islands.
St. Thomas, St. John, St. Croix.
St. Croix. That's where I visited him.
Oh.
And, it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. It wasn't quite paradise, but it was all right.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to St. Croix. I stayed on St. Thomas and St. John.
Nice.
And I stayed on St. Thomas and I visited St. John for a day. But so it's just like a 16-mile island. There's
Right.
two roads, and it's like it's really not. It's kind of. It's a bit of a bummer,
Okay.
but also
All right.
All
But
right, all
also-
right. Did you listen to Dance Hall and do some daggering with some strange women? Or
I listened to a lot of dance hall, no daggering, lots of beaching. You drive on the left side of the road, which is it's a trip. The one thing I love is there's no commercialism. There's no
Are you
advertisements.
sure you
there's no
weren't just high driving on the wrong side of the road?
I definitely was. Well, I was high, but
daggered a
it
tree
was
with your
definitely
you
the.
daggered a tree.
It was.
Love it.
It was the law. Everyone was driving on the left side. The good thing is everyone drives at like 10, 15 miles an hour. So even
Yeah, it's a very relaxed.
everyone. No one's in a
Everyone
rush.
has a very relaxed agenda out there.
Yeah.
That's the polar opposite of me. So
It's
nice.
It's very chill vibes. No one's in a rush, and there's like it's so quiet. There's really no overcrowding.
Except
Unless
you crashing the car.
Yeah.
It's
you know,
audio.
I thought it would be much harder than it was. Like once you
Wait, what? The driving?
driving on the
Oh,
left side of the road.
I don't know.
Did
and
you
my
take the
penis,
wheel,
yeah.
man? You took
Yeah,
the wheel?
I took the
Oh,
wheel.
Wow. I've never
I drove
done
a
it.
Jeep.
Wow, I've never done it.
Because I read that like everyone was like you should have a Jeep, especially if you go, into the forest and like
So you can stand up and shoot, right?
well, so I can use my car as a weapon.
You can,
as well.
yeah, exactly. You can ram them.
Yeah, I'll
Shoot
ram
the
'em.
potato cannon. You ever shot a potato gun before?
No.
That's pretty cool. I guess that's some like Midwest white trash shit.
What is a potato gun exactly?
Oh, well, it's like you make it out of PVC pipe, right? And it has like a grill starter on one end, like with flint in it. And it has like caps on one end. You shove a potato in that takes up the whole,
Chamber.
the whole
Oh,
chamber.
literal potato.
Yeah,
I thought that was a
it literally
euphemism.
shoots potatoes.
Okay.
And then you light it on one shoulder and try to plug that same ear with and it goes poof, poof, and it flies across the street into the woods.
What?
And
Sounds safe.
It emerges
for
perfectly
sure.
baked. It's
for
delicious.
Sure. You
slap
could
a little
YouTube
butter
it
on
for sure. Potato cannons, very, very awesome. You just spray some of that like grill starting spray in there beforehand, like
You
there
ever
you go.
hit a living thing with a potato?
No. But dude, if you got hit with that, man, ugh, that could really, especially in the gut, that would be awful.
Does the potato come out like intact, or does it come
Yeah,
out
it
in
comes out
mashed
intact.
potatoes? Oh, wow.
Comes out intact.
I bet there's
We've
YouTube
done
footage.
an orange before, and the orange wasn't quite big enough, so we wrapped it in like paper towel.
Okay.
So yeah, good old
Good tips.
good old Midwestern shit.
Put a zucchini in there. Would that work?
Maybe, yeah, but if you just shoved it and kind of shaved the outside off, you know what I mean?
Circumcise the zucchini.
Yeah.
Put it on in there.
Got a whole chopped salad at the end of this.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I did kind of fuck up a few times on a turn and instinctively turn into
Flip
the right
whole thing.
side.
Oh.
And then it was like, oh shit! But thankfully, everyone around me was going slow enough, and then you could see in their cars just them being like, "Oh, this fucking American
They knew you
idiot."
were
Because it's
tourists.
totally,
American.
it's like, yeah, it's mostly tourists. There were so many
Right.
Americans. Like any beach, it was weird because I was isolated, but then I would go to the beach and it's just crowded with like cruise tourists and everything. And I was just like, "Oh, get the fuck away from me!"
Yeah, you're like, what am I doing
Ah,
here? What am I
get outta here.
vacationing from
Yeah,
if I'm just here with a bunch of American bongholes?
Well, the snorkeling was insane, and I love to snorkel because it's so fucking trippy. It's like a whole different world on this
a
world.
world in which we do not belong, really.
Exactly.
We can dabble there, but
Here's what I was
I
like.
don't
yeah.
think we can fully understand what goes on down there.
I definitely had a lot of like, oh, I am a tourist in your community. Like I'm,
Yeah.
like I don't belong. Like
you were
even
saying that to the fish.
to the fish, and they were like, "What the fuck? Why are you talking to me?" And even on the beach, there were like little ants and shit, and I was like, "Get the fuck away from me!" And then I was like, "No, I'm the one like raiding their territory. Like this is their natural habitat." Like, so, and also I got ridiculously bit by mosquitoes. Mosquitoes love me.
Oh, that means you have Zika.
Oh yeah, we
Great. So we got a
Zika's
whole
yesterday's
got
news.
a whole
Noah.
cocktail of shit going on here.
but like I was snorkeling, and so there were all these cruise people, and I almost knocked some people out because like the number one rule, I became a huge environmentalist for 5 seconds.
He drove his Jeep onto the
I
beach.
think,
shoulder
I think it was
the
also because
shoreline.
I was a little drunk. But like the number one rule of snorkeling that they tell you is like, do not touch anything, do not put your feet to the ground. And this group of people were like standing on this reef. And like I could see them killing this reef, like I could see the particles.
Was it killing them? Was it like
No, they were just like adjusting their fucking goggles or whatever. And I was like, "Hey guys, could you please step off?" That's like
You said that?
Yes.
Underwater?
Yeah. No, they were above water.
And then he's saying under the sea.
He's talking to fish. He's talking to people.
He learned American Sign Language while he was on this trip.
There was a point though when I was like snorkeling and the fish were like coming at me and it felt like a fucking screensaver, and I almost was thinking like under the sea.
The fish really appreciated your environmental efforts, and you became like Aquaman.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Talking to fish powers.
yeah, oh yeah.
But it was pretty wild. So I have a car with a rear view camera. Not to brag, but just there's a point. to the
Fuck's
story.
sake, 80% of new cars have a rear view
Exactly. But like this Jeep did not, and I'm so reliant on this rear view camera for backing up
But you forgot
to the
how.
point that I realized like I don't know how to properly reverse. I can't and so when I wanted to go to St. John, you can take your car. You go on a car barge, which
Say it
is
again?
just fun. Car barge, and but you have to go on this fucking barge in reverse. So you have to drive like essentially
so this
half
was
a
like
mile
The
in
big
reverse.
test.
Uphill, like
Christ.
in reverse because you have to get on this fucking boat. And I'm like weaving, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Like this guy. And then another, like one of the workers had to come and be like, "Stop! Look at that guy! Just follow
Couldn't
what
they
he
just
does."
do it for you at that
Yeah,
point?
no doubt. When you just move over and be like, jump
Yeah.
in,
You don't
Yeah,
wanna just do
please.
it?
jump in, my friend. You see my work here.
You're gonna crash. Look in your mirror. You're gonna crash. Stop.
Oh my
Christ.
god.
So that was the beginning of the.
But like Jeeps are pretty light. Couldn't you have just like gotten out and like picked it up and
Jeeps are
placed it?
not light.
Did you-
Jeeps are like the
But
most.
you're a giant.
I have to tell you, like, it felt like too masculine of a car for me. Even though it was bright, it was like Prince purple. This Jeep.
Too mask. You thought I was going to get you in a fight. You couldn't
It
handle
was
or
like,
something.
yeah, exactly. Like
Pull up next
it's too
pull up next to
aggro.
another Jeep and it's all open. And you just like meet eyes with another guy. It's like, what's up, motherfucker?
You want to go?
That's why you have a Jeep, right?
Rob's purple Jeep had a turret cannon on the front of it. On the hood.
Potato turrets.
Launching potatoes at dolphins in the Virgin Islands.